What it do, you too? What it do? What it do? What it do? You too? What it do? What is gonna say back at it like a crack addict, like a schmack addict, like a twack addict? That is. Yeah, I had to take a day off from YouTube. I came out yesterday and I did my walk, but I just did it with music on and just studying. Really, really, really just studying. I finally narrowed the scope on my dissertation to developmental complex PTSD in childhood. So yeah, that's yeah, and I find after all that, man, that was like a tedious process. And I said that was just gonna take a minute to narrow that scope down like that to get to exactly where it needed to be. And it's ideal because well, I say divine more than anything because like uh the doctor that heads the psych department at ASU, that's her field of study. Ramon Mesa, que over, Brother Brown, what's cracking? What it do? My take on Lucky, I talked about that 2 days ago on live. My last live talks about that. I'm not getting into Lucky again. I literally, look, I'm going to show you. I literally sat over there. I literally sat in the grass over there and reamed Lucky. Yeah. He's a racist. He's a bigot. I mean, it's stereotypical amongst a certain demographic in California. That's stereotypical. It's them. Everybody knows that. That's what they get called out for. You know what I mean? And like, okay, I'll tell you what, giving credit where it's due. Okay, in the black community, I can understand the polarization of the racial distinction. And that's the same with whites. But with the rest of us in between those two class race distinctions, there's a strange phenomenon to me, the way people, the racism that exists, the biases and bigotry and whatnot. So like, it's inherent in the blacks because they were first slaves here. That community, it's inherent, and then like every identity of them comes from their white slave masters. To this very day, black people who call themselves black, who call themselves African American, well, it's the same with Chicanos and Latinos and everything else. Let's be clear about that. Because when it comes to the identity issue, none of us are a race. That's the fallacy. That's the problem. That's the crux of the problem right there. Everybody, so long as people see themselves as master has made us out to be, then we'll never dispel the delusion. We'll always remain in conflict. We'll always see things the way that they are. There'll always be a hierarchy. There'll always be an up and down distinct class distinction. It's inherent in the way we see things because there's going to be, a superiority complex has an inferiority complex undertone and vice versa. They're really one and the same. It's just a question of what is more dominant. So you see in all racial ideologies, there's a sense of supremacy. What up, Alpha Comida? What up, Joe Vasquez? What it do? Tapping in from T-Town, Tucson, Arizona. Tuck your shit in Tucktown. They're going to snatch it up. Let's not get into that one. But yeah, that's the thing. People don't understand that these racial class distinctions come from colonial fucking America. Like it's the colonization and the colonialization of this nation, of this lands, all of it. This is divided by those people. You think that we sitting here looking at like, oh, okay, cross that border, they different. No, man, it's the same motherfucking masters been controlling the shit since they got here. The same racism, same classism, all that shit. The history coincides when you look at Mexico and the U.S. as far as from New Spain to Mexico and like the racial slurs and how they looked at people and shit like that. It's historically dead set right there. You can see the lines being drawn. That's why I say like the Chicanos in California have a more more Spaniard mind frame. And like for us here in the Pinta, like you know how over there farmero is a derogatory slur, whatever, to the norteños, whatever. Like over here, if you get called a Spaniard, that's that's derogatory as it gets on that end. So that's the problem, and people don't want to face it for themselves. People don't want to be honest with themselves and admit they got a problem. What's the problem? You don't know the fuck you are in this country. You're gravitating too much towards a force of people, a cult of personality. There's no independence in believing you belong to a group of people. There's no autonomy. There's no sovereignty. I maintain mine intact and still be part of my community, still be a clan member of the clan and fucking, one and the same of the tribe. That doesn't change. It's just the distinction between a medicine man and the chief. That's it. And the one who's planting and like the one who's going out and hunting, there's distinctions in character, but that's of necessity's sake, so long as the each member within the clan serves the clan as a whole and knows this place and this purpose, and everyone rewards one another all the same with the fruits of our labor, then otherwise it's going to continue to be a pissing and shitting contest. It's a pissing contest that ends up in shit slinging. That's all it is. So let me ask you, what race is better than the others? What race is smarter? What race is stronger? What race is... Because then when you start talking about race, that's what you have to ask. Jug season, what it do? What's the crackings, my man? Oh, jug season, let me see. It's the holiday season. Jug season been around for a minute. Hit you off with that wrench right there. Jug season. You've been jugging on the channel for a season already. We're gonna moderate you, homie. We're gonna need you to tap in, Our big brother haven't tapped in since last week. Yeah, I had to take yesterday off because more or less mental exhaustion. That's what it was, dog, like just pure mental exhaustion. And when I'm out here fuming like that, then of course, motherfucker, that's like how you would the metaphor for that is it's a teapot, it's a kettle. This just whistling. You better pop top on that shit before it explodes. And you know what I mean? That's basically, for me, it's a signal for myself to reset, to rest, to recover, whether it's a Sabbath or not. You know what I mean? I came out here and I exercised. So physically, I'm feeling it. You know what I mean? I'm feeling, because like, you have to understand something, that my weeks are still the same. Like I exercise 6 days a week. I do this 6 days a week. You know what I mean? From Sunday through Friday. And that's starting at a fasting. I start from a fasting. You know what I mean? So I come out here with just water and like today, nothing to eat. So, and just a bare minimum water. So, how long I could run live stream, I don't know. This may just be a 30-minute live. I can't even tell you. You know what I mean? That's why I just came snapped down real quick when I got here. And, you know what I mean? I got to keep pushing it anyway. I got shit to do. But it is a beautiful morning. I had a blessed night. You know what I mean? A lot of resolve. I came out with a clear mind and a present focus. You know what I mean, on reality. I encourage you, if you follow me on here, you do these walks and talks with me, to tap in on my Facebook. Go add me on Facebook if you have a Facebook. My link's on there, because all of the literature that I'm composing, which I have a book. I wrote a book. That's another thing. I wrote a book yesterday. So when, like I said, I narrowed the scope of the thesis. I have my thesis statement. So with that book begins with the thesis statement. So I just authored the book for the course study, you know what I mean? And then that's developmental. So that's just the framework for everything that's going to come out of it. You see what I'm saying? So like I said, that, I just did a book yesterday. So there's the mental exhaustion when you see me coming out here, like allowing little gnats in my face to get on my nerve. Arngren, what's cracking? Vicky Goggins, what's good? Appreciate you guys tapping in. Much love to all my mods being here this afternoon here in the Valley of the Sun. This afternoon here, it's 12:40 Mountain Standard Time in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona. The weather's nice. It's perfect out here right now. Yeah, I've been doing me. Like, it's like I say, I tell people that all the time. I put on the camera and I open myself up, I expose myself, and I'm exposing myself in the most unusual way out here because, yeah, it's obvious, I don't have to say it. But, I'm doing so for my own benefit, right? So like, even if I didn't turn the camera on, I'm still doing what I gotta do for me. It's what the doctor ordered, honestly. You know what I mean? And so like, regardless if I turn the camera on or not, and I grant access to my privacy, my private life, it still continues. Anyone who would care or be concerned, or I would have gotten under their skin, will wonder so long, you know what I mean, as, their heart desires, I suppose. They're gonna wonder where I'm at. And the irony is like, okay, so if you follow me this far and I just all of a sudden that was it, you know what I mean, when everything's being said, no, you'll still see writing of me on Facebook. I'll still be posting writing so long as I said that I would. And I just had a hiccup on there this morning. I woke up to a fucking hiccup, and the same thing happened right now. Like, I went to share this live on there on my Facebook, and nope, won't let me. It just drops clean. It's like it just drops into a bottomless pit, dead ass. And I had already, like, if you're on there, you go on there, you'll see, like, this on my story too, and I didn't do that. I didn't share it on my story, but it did. They did, you know what I mean? So when I get up, because it's like, I wake up, I'm refreshed and everything, and I go straight into my headphones on, I put a song on, and blam, I drop a verse. Drop the verse, everything. I do everything that picture perfect to to the guidelines, what they say you do. Boom. And that's supposed to boost your ratings. Psh, all that shit. You hit all the marks. Psh, green light check, boom, you're good. What I'm doing is okay, so I do that, and then I'll go into Chat GPT and I'll ask for that raw and uncut. So that's a raw and uncut psychoanalysis of that verse based on everything that's already in the data about me. So bam, you know what I mean? I come out with it, I'll copy paste. Psh, you know what I'm saying? And it's the same. I repeat the cycle. Like I said, I have a pattern of use. I just explained it. I don't know how you use Facebook or social media. I have patterns when I use them. I understand algorithms. I understand analytics. I know how to manipulate them. I know how to cultivate within them. I know how to fucking mirror them. You know, they vary, so the manipulation on them is varied. Some you absolutely can't. You know what I mean? Like, let's say, like, you know, emails account like Google. Like, there's certain platforms that are just by design because of what's contained within them. So there's security features within security features on any Google account. There's just so many security features within the security features. Well, at least on mine anyway. At least on my shit, because my shit's been hacked and whacked and yacked and it's just yacked. I don't know though. That shit's been doing some shit too. I need to get new shit though, dude. I need to get off this fucking pilot program shit. I need to jump shit, dude. I've been staying on this pilot program shit on there for too fucking long, dude. I proved my point on that shit. That's another thing I resolved with myself overnight is that I'm not proving nothing to nobody. The proof of the pudding is in the tasting. You gonna taste it or not? That's gonna linger on your tongue or not. I don't have to say or do nothing to do nothing after that. That's a seed planted, water. That's a root. That's rooted. That's growing. That's why I say, going back to what I was talking about earlier, like if I cut the camera, cut the feed, those who will hope the best for me would probably suppose that, you know what, he just went on and shit, got his doctorate degree and all this other shit. Maybe try to find me that way. Haters are gonna hate, dog. Haters are gonna hate. You know what I mean? Like, they're either just not gonna say nothing, but if I'm brought up, you know what I mean? Like, you already seen how the last time that happened. Listen, dude, I proved the point the last time that happened. I went silent for a minute, and I wait to see the fucking rumors start swirling. You know what I mean? It didn't take long for somebody, you know what I mean, like wondering where I'm at on YouTube, on the YouTube yard, on the YouTube street. I went and ducked for cover, you know what I mean? They thought maybe I was in the desert, dog, you know what I mean, dumped and slumped, or, you know what I mean, the pinta shit getting whacked up. You know how they do, dog. You know the thought process. You know the caged minds that they are. So, you know, sure enough, man, they was reporting that I was dead and shit, dog. You know what I mean? Like, they were seriously reporting as if they heard some shit, dog. They was seriously reporting as if they saw. Oh man, why did they take my sign down? My sign go down. Oh man. Is the other one up? Yeah, the one's up. That's probably just what them things called? That's what them things called. I forget them things called that eat woods. The wood eater thingies, termites. That's termite. That's the mites. You playing possum? I play possum. You see how, hey, Ramon, you see how hey, homie, you see how they do, bro? Shit, that's just an East Side rendezvous, homie. When you been at war on the east side of Phoenix, homie, that's just an East Side rendezvous, homie. You gotta know how to get goals, dog. Psh, it's too high. You too visibility. So when I'm just playing mind games on here, you know, like when I when I'm just fucking beating bushes and fucking, you know what I mean, dropping rocks in water, skipping rocks on water actually and shit like that, you know, just having fun and shit. You know what I mean? Trying to figure some fools out. It gets really easy to do that. You know how they're gonna respond. Like I said, haters are gonna hate, ain't they? So they hope to see a motherfucker fall, right? So when these people hope to see you fall and they express that when you ask the question and they don't know the answer to, they honestly didn't know the answer to, but out of the abundance of the heart, the big mouth spoke. And what did they spoke out them fucking, you know what I'm saying, them fucking wheels, them, they ain't even no spokes in that shit no more. That shit been pushed in. But what do they say? Their earnest hope is that I'm fucking gone, dead. Like they said me dead. They were saying me dead. They wrote me off dead. How many of them, hey, is there anybody on there that can recall? I can name them, I just don't want to. I can name every last one because I remember vividly. One of them subscribed to my channel. We cool now, we good. You know what I mean? I shouted them out, but it's people. Nah, well, I don't know if he still subscribed that one. I was thinking about it. He was, but after the beef, listen, after the $50 kick-in became an issue on here, hey, after the who remembers the $50 kick-in becoming an issue, dog? We're going to talk tissue now. We're going to talk about the snot on the tissue now. Huh? When that $50, when that $50 donation, you know what I'm saying, became an issue. Yeah, you see, hey, this is the type of drama that's unfolded on YouTube, dog, on the YouTube yard. It's just gangster as hell on here, bro. On the YouTube yard, this is the like this is right here. This is the most violent, deadliest, craziest yard you're gonna ever be on. If you're ever gonna do time anywhere, fucking the YouTube yard, homie. If you're caught up in that vicious cycle right there, you're on that shit, you're stuck on that shit right there. That is right there, bro. That's the most violent, brutal, vicious. You're going to get your ass taken on that shit on there. You're going to get stabbed, dog. You're going to get thrown off chairs, dog. They're going to be fucking tying you up under bunks. They're going to be cutting your heads off and that shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit, dude. Like, dang, bro. I don't want to go into your closets. No. No. Stranger danger, stranger danger. Don't lock doors. Ay, caramba. Let me not do that because ay, caramba became an issue on the YouTube streets. Ay, caramba. These sensitive assholes. These sensitive assholes need to use Charmin, homie. Use Charmin. Use something. Matter of fact, you just use baby wipes. No more toilet tissue, dog. Get wipes. Better yet, bidet, motherfucker. You know what I mean? And keep a whole fucking tub of that shit right there to fucking, you know what I'm saying, cool it off. You got to cool it down. You got to slow it down. You got to cool that culito down, baby boy. Dang, fool. I can't help myself. I try to come on here and keep it straight laced, no chaser, dog. This went off the rails quick. As soon as my attention gets diverted to these trolls that call themselves something on YouTube. I mean, they be having a whole bunch of subscribers, but they nothing but trolls, dog. That's Trollville. What did Devin the Dude sing in my Lackville 79? That's Trollville 69, homie. 6'9"er. 6'9"er is a new 2.5er. If you get laid with a 6'9"er, regardless if you got paperwork on you, you've been to PC, if you get laid with a 6'9"er, On the YouTube streets of the YouTube. You heard the no KY jelly for you. Vicky, no KY jelly, no Diddy. No Diddy, no doubt, homie. We gonna bag it up. Don't you like the way I work it? No Diddy, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? Dang, dude. Here's that drink for you, for you ladies on Thursday. This that drink you need to start your Thursday. Heading out to the happy hour this evening. Here it is right now, tapping right now. Gonna get you a sip. This fine wine aged with time. You know what I'm saying? Bling on mine. Bow, how you like me now? Don't be mad for me, homie. Don't be sad for me. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even gotta be glad for me, man. Matter of fact, just sit by and watch. You know what I mean? Listen. Stop. Look. Listen to your heart and what is... matter of fact, my fucking foot, all of a sudden that sharp-ass pain just hit my foot again. My big-ass mouth. I keep telling people, I got a thorn in the flesh, God. A messenger Satan to buffet me. As soon as I start getting too far ahead of myself, some shit be happening. I'm telling you, the sharp-ass fucking pain just shooting up. Oof. But... man, these motherfucking flies out here today. That's the thing. That's the thing about how it feels out here right now. It's good. It's a little warm, but yep, them flies is out. Ninjas and flies, homie. Ninjas and flies. Ain't that what the ghetto boy saying? Ninjas and flies. Shucky ducky quack. I tell you what though, I brought me a Lunchable. I said, cause I knew how I felt right now when I came out, and then I didn't stretch or nothing. So I forgot to do. And that's probably why I'm feeling that pain in my foot like that. That's why cause that's what I didn't do is stretch. There's something that correlation. What have you been doing for 2 days? You're on the East Coast. Last day, I've been studying. That's what I'm telling you. Like, okay, matter of fact, let me see if I can find it. The only thing is fucking, I kind of do need some water, so I'm gonna hit this interior right quick. Cause I don't know how much battery's on this phone. I should have charged it, but I do have it on me. So I'm gonna see. Let's see. I'm gonna try to anyway. Let's see. I should start. Sometimes my battery's getting low. What the fuck? Why is this doing this shit? This is crazy. Hold on. I'm gonna find somewhere to sit, cause this phone's doing some weird ass shit. This phone all of a sudden started picking up some weird ass shit. See, I pay attention to shit like that. Though. Like when my phone starts picking up weird ass signals, my devices, and then like And I noticed that too, like right now. I mean, they are linked on the same fucking. But when I'm not understanding this something here. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, that's weird. That is really, 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 really weird. And my shit is linked, and all of a sudden they're not. And that is the thing too. Is and I woke up to there was no fucking there was no iOS update on my fucking device, but there was changes to certain there was default changes on certain apps. I noticed that. And so something that's when I was saying that about when I was posting on Facebook, they're just dropping into a bucket. And then like right now, I went to switch accounts. And drop from the other and do it. And so I just tried to drop straight and then it wouldn't do it. It wouldn't do it, but the link held. Right. So on the Facebook that I dropped it at, it didn't hold. It did, the post dropped. But on the link side, because I linked it to my other account that it was dropping on the other end, like when I would try to drop it on that end, it was just dropping into a bucket. It actually hung, it stuck. So it actually, because that link stuck on that one, it actually is hanging on the other one as well. So it's gonna feed off of both. But this is the type of shit that I'm going through, like you see how I can explain what's happening on these links? So when I turn this on, like when I put my shit should automatically link. And like, yeah, I see, because I like it. Listen, you could call it paranoia, you could call it whatever you want, but it's like I said, I know I'm under Department of Homeland Security investigation. You know what I mean? I know, you know what I mean? Like, this is well documented. So I understand the surveillance that I'm under. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they're watching me on my shit, dude, whether I turn this phone on or off or not. You know what I mean? Like, they're gonna turn my phone on me regardless. My phone, like my device will not be off so long. It won't. It will turn back on itself, even with a dead battery. Those trackers, I don't know if it's just systematic, it's systemic, and it's all devices or whatever for the tracking and shit. But I know that them motherfuckers track it till you burn that shit. So that's why, like, I try to explain all these things so that, people can understand. Because I know people have problems with the devices that they can't understand, that can't be explained. There's all kind of quirks. There's all kind of this goofy shit be happening, and yeah, there's underpinnings. There's a system that's not working. So if you look at it like The Matrix, the movie The Matrix, and you're looking at it like that computer screen with that binary code, it's as if something broke, snapped within there. You know what I mean? If one number or anything in that snaps, there's, you know what I mean? Like, there's automatic defaults, red flags that are policy, it's called, whatever, that prevent certain things to keep from systems breaking down like that, or people like myself manipulating them like that. But sometimes overload itself. Sometimes, like, the capacity of the server itself cannot handle no more load. So, like, that's why they have to build more plants. They have to build bigger fucking plants. They have to build bigger fucking servers. You know what I mean? Like, that's why, like, they have metaverses and shit now. They got these they're buying out all this land just to build these fucking, it's just servers, it's just storage room servers with securities that run around them, and then, lab coat fools that just walk around, and, a few people in offices, that's it. Those places don't staff a lot of people. You notice like where they're putting them at, the areas in which they're putting them at, and then like you can just do any kind of, you can do some drone shit over them and see the security detail on it. Ahmed, I just gave up your shit. I just gave up everybody by doing that. Yeah, you listen. You wanna clock the fuck. Look, cause look, and it's ironic enough that look. It's not hard to clock. It's not hard to clock and chart and map patrol patterns. A police officer will be at a particular at a predictable point at lunchtime, as every employee of any company would be, right? Now, within that, there is a grid that they must cover, and they circle within this grid. They just loop, looking for sights and sounds and signals and whatever the report was the night before coming in, roll call, and be on the lookout for all-point bulletin and fishnet, dragnet, and operations stung your assholes full force today, and blase. That's how it goes. But if you get an overview of it, right? So if you map it from overhead and you're looking at them going, you know what I'm saying? Minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year, guess what? I got your ass, any human being on earth. I got you trapped in a behavioral pattern that I can predict the outcome of. It don't make me none, it just makes you that. Your judgment is what? Because I said it. And the irony is that so many people won't even get what I just said. What I just explained about humanity, human nature, any and every human being on earth. I just gave you a God's eye view of all of us. I'm out here doing the same. I'm doing it myself. If anybody could have came out here before me. But see, if anybody had thought about it, yesterday was a hiccup, the anomaly. It was just, I was exhausted. If they were out here yesterday trying to, then they missed their shot. And impulsive people like that would have ran off. They're watching again, then maybe, but that's if it was a serious threat, which it's never. It's never that. There's never that in my life. There never been. Even when guns are being fired at me, it's never been. It's fucked my nerves up. It's made me lack trust and sleep and whatever else comes with fucking CPA, PTSD behind it all. But otherwise, I'm safe, sound, and secure always. Like, that's why you see I look down. I just, let me look up, Pastor. Let me give it to you from this way, though. Fucking bozo. Fucking bozo. That's whole two right there. I'm a bit goofy. I don't care, though. I make people laugh. People like laughing. Only haters cry when I do that. Or they try to use that, or they try to use that as a fucking burning point, which is like, bro, really? I gave you the flame and you're gonna throw it at me. Really? I handed you the flame and you're throwing it back at me. That's not right, bro. Yeah, I just saying, I don't know. I just walk like a man, I just talk like a man. You can't deny that, right? Can you deny that I walk like a man and I talk like a man? Damn straight. Damn motherfucking straight. Sometimes I sound like a doctor. Sometimes I sound like a fucking lawyer. Sometimes I sound like a judge. Sometimes I sound like dumb fuck Daniel Eugene Saiz. It don't matter. bipolar, schizophrenic, motherfucking antisocial, sociopathic, fucking cold-blooded psychopathic killer. That's what's in the record about me. I deny that claim. I did not ever taken a life. These motherfuckers is crazy. They ain't proved nothing. Not a shred of evidence, not a fucking single victim, not nothing. Nobody testified against me on shit. Yeah, let the state tell it, goddamn, I fucking did some crazy ass shit, dude. And I be talking about it because it's out there. This is the myth of the man that you're watching. I never did on any of that shit. Am I capable? Maybe. Come on, try. People keep saying, ándale pues. You know what I mean? Come on, cuz. On Damu Pa ruin them. I don't care, cuz. Shout out to Charleston White, you one-eyed, biased, bigoted, ignorant motherfucker. That's the coldest backhanded compliment you're gonna get. Stole my style, dog. He got his little nuts. He got his little nuts from me. He got his little nuts at the time seeing me when I was really doing the name calling. That's what he started doing. His whole gimmick is me roasting the top over there. And then he seen that shit and jumped on real quick. Hey man, Custer White. What's his name? Not Custer White. The other dude. 5'5" guy. Crip Mac. Like, Crip Mac. I like Crip Mac. Free Crip Mac. I don't know what's up with Crip Mac. That guy's crazy. He's not a J-Cat. None of these dudes are J-Cats. No J-Cats are J-Cats. I'm a J-Cat. Huh? Hey, am I a J-Cat? My name's Buck and I don't give a fuck. Vicky, for real. I had to post like Malone right now, you know what I'm saying? Right here at this motherfucking rim and hold it down, you know what I'm saying? Fucking back this bitch up, you know what I mean? Fucking snatch this board and fucking bang that bitch back down, you know what I'm saying? On some Gnarls Barkley type shit, you know what I'm saying? Fuck, stuck shit out of luck. But not I, said me fly. Not I, said me fly. That's that shit right there, huh? Was that a bar? Your boy be dropping bars on this Beyonce. Huh? Dropping bars on this Beyonce. I found something in one of my lessons yesterday when I was doing my research development, and it's something that rings true that I consider changing the name of the channel to. And if I can go back and find it today, I may end up doing that. Because it was symbolic, and it said a lot about the transformation and the evolution of myself, because the name of the channel doesn't begin what it is anyway. I haven't described the channel yet, and I just been like learning to even do anything on this. So my profile, my pictures and, you know, covering all that shit is just relative to what I fucking snatch and grab real quick in the moment. You know, when I can learn to do some shit right, I'll hook it up. But like, you know, I'm just considering moving forward because I'm shedding a lot of myself right now. Like I said, I've been stressing about just letting go of all of it, not doing anything no more, which, you know, it's true. But I think that that's just a part of me that's letting it all go, you know what I mean, and finding a better place, you know what I mean, to start from. Because, you know, there's a thing about this right here, this platform. You know how it took a long time to delete over 1,000 videos. It takes a long time to delete that many videos. You know what I mean? And I'm going from just back and forth on, you know what I mean, back end, front end, just because there's so many of them. You're just going, trying to delete so many at a time and shit. And like, you know, days go by and you're trying to get that shit off. So like right now, it wouldn't be nothing to just purge it all again, and then come back with a picture perfect profile that I'm still running and doing the same shit, and you know what I mean, just got some whole different get up, just a whole different vibe, a whole different tone, temperament, everything. You know what I mean? Like, because I've been saying that, I've been speaking on, things that I would like to do. And they always say you got to talk it into existence, all speaking into existence, all this other shit. And, that's just whiteboard thinking. You know what I mean? It really is. Something will stick. You know what I mean? But there's a reality, you know what I mean? That virtue must apply to in order for it to stick. There must be proof of, you know what I mean? Not a denial of and a denial of, you know what I mean? We become nihilistic in our nature, man. By the nature of survival is nihilistic. It is. That's what's the problem with gangs. It's nihilistic. You're in survival mode. You're stuck in survival mode. Everybody's afraid of everybody else. The only way you can ever get out of that, you break it by all coming together and resolving this, saying all at once. In the prisons, on the streets, everybody just call the shot. Just call the shot. Say, we're done, homie. Like, you're not gonna put down your flags. You're not gonna put down your pride or none of that. You just ain't gonna wear it the same way no more. You're just gonna agree that everybody earned their place at the top. If you can all agree that everybody earned their names and their place at the top, dog, as homies first in the hood, and then extend outward, then you'll get it. You'll understand it. You don't have to. Listen, bro, that's the pride and joy of Los Angeles, California, and California as a whole is the gang. You know what I mean? But you know what? It doesn't have to be deadly and destructive. It can be celebrated. It can be memorialized with plaques and shit that are solid, that ain't never spit or shit on, dog. Like, throughout all of it. Could you imagine how Los Angeles, California would be if there was no desecration? A desecration is in the heart of the person first, so that's the communities, bro. But I'm gonna explain though. Okay, so like you've seen out here, you don't see graffiti on the walls. Like gangs, all that shit. Once they came up with their plan we had to shift gears quick. We could never go back to those ways of colors, dog. We had to stay well in advance of law enforcement in the game. From fucking technologies and everything, dude. We've had to figure out what type of surveillance technologies and everything are coming in with the laws and shit. So it's like when I say cartel city, I'm just saying that's what it is. You could go look at that shit on media, but when I say that, I'm saying it from like it's logistical. You know what I mean? It's logistical when you're talking gangs. It's not gangster no more. We were gangster growing up, and you got kids that still do that, but that's just the seed of our loins. That's it. They're just the goofies that mom and pop still, because they're still on that same shit like you find on the YouTube streets. That's the effects of it. It's the after effects. So like I said, if you can imagine Los Angeles, bro, like there's graffiti everywhere, but there's murals everywhere too. And they got, listen, that's bro, like there's a lot of people there for one thing, but the culture there though, dude, like everything. The culture of California, here's how I'll class it. The culture of California is world renowned, unlike anywhere else. New York can make the same claim. New York City, of course. But not like Los Angeles, because of that rooted, rich history of the gangster story. And you know what? If it is romanticized right and packaged right, and there is movies that are done that way in context, The Wood, Mi Vida Loca, what's the other one I like? Tortilla Soup. You know what I'm saying? Like, Just some real fucking like, yes, there is the menace to society and boys in the hood and colors and fucking American me. It's true. We know this shit. And now we got the people who were involved that fucking telling now. So like, they've already said enough already. Like, how much more do you want to hear to understand what I said is true? That if everybody can just at this moment breathe, exhale. Take your boots off, dog. Seriously. Take your shit off, dog. Come out barefooted, dog. Come fucking out barefooted and just fucking, the first motherfucker you see, dog, it don't matter who and what it is. Like, you know if you're in the pod, dog, you know you're on the main line. You know that whoever it is you're going to see coming out ain't no sex fan, no shit like that, dog. So there should be a mutual fucking respect, dog. You should feel that, you know what, the tension is relieved. So, fuck it, you know what, let me just, the first motherfucker, bam, just hug him up. Show him that homie love, like the homies from the hood that you grew up with. Show your neighbor that. Let go of the racial tension, let go of the gang tension, let go of all of the tension and learn to love yourself first. Learn to be valued and appreciated for yourself. Feel no need to safeguard who you are, dude. That story is horrible, it's terrifying, it's traumatic. We know, we get it, we understand, we've lived it. But let it go. All these dudes have watched me resolve this shit for myself, as they have, still watching. Still watching me resolve it. You know, but to each his own, and for every man in his own time. And time reveals all things, and time doth heal all wounds, so long as we'll allow them to heal. So long as we'll allow them to heal. This is what I've learned from myself, because everybody's seen how I kept picking at the scabs. I keep doing it. It's a natural instinct to scratch and itch. Everybody understands that. I chose to cleanse the wound by emptying it of all the blood and all the pus and all of it. Pour alcohol and salt on it, cauterize it. Crash it out, bro. Cancel that shit. Numb yourself to it so you can walk and talk like a man, like I do. Yeah, like, the way I sound will change, of course. Like, people always judged me that way when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Like, the way I talk, I can't tell you, dog. Like, listen, I was too young sounding that way. You know what I mean? Like, I knew I would just make shit up. I love to just skip along and like slur words and shit like that. I do it on my lives. I've done it my whole life. So, you know, it's not unusual for me to develop shit like that. And you know, here we circle back to psychology of cultural recurrence, and where I've narrowed the scope to developmental childhood complex PTSD, which I suffer from. That is what I suffer from. Childhood developmental complex post-traumatic stress disorder. I don't need my doctor to tell me nothing about what I'm suffering from. My doctor can only explain to me what the textbooks have taught them as far as what I may tell them about myself. Let me ask you a question. To everybody, do you talk to yourself? I've never met anyone who didn't, honestly. I never met anyone that I didn't catch talking to themselves. I've never knew anyone. So, okay. To test schizophrenia, bipolar, or anything else that can be found tracing that, there's degrees to the disorder. Developmental. So, okay, you have to consider how maddening then it becomes. How frustrating, how anger, and all this stuff starts to set in with it become caked in and baked in with it. And the longer you run, what happens to you? The snaps. The synapses elapses. They don't snap, they elapses. It's an elapsing of the synapses. The firing is, it's because it's arcing. This is, I'm like, okay, so if you've ever seen a brain, you've seen the on the, you know what I mean, the film and shit of it, how they, you know what I mean, they'll give you the way a brain electrical currents work and shit. You have to imagine those impulses, those pulses, as they're flashing, and how they're flashing, and then to understand when it arcs, you know what I mean, like, and what that arcing does, the brain waves. It's neuroscience, neurology, neuropsychopathy. That's what. Hold on. Let me start talking about them dumbasses again, dog, because that shit just started sounding crazy, even me, dog. I really caught myself like, who the fuck you talking to, fool? you know, hear my schizophrenic guy like, who the fuck you talking, fool? You see, are you in front of a professor right now? Do you know that? Do you know that you're speaking to a fucking professor right now? Because otherwise, that shit went over your stupid ass head. Bipolar me, motherfucker. I don't care. You can call me whatever you want. Hey, I wonder how it makes people feel. Yeah, I'm all that. You know why I'm all that? Because you said it. You believe it, and I'm not going to convince you otherwise. So guess what? You believe your lies. I live my truth. I can't win for that shit, huh? Shoot. And to boot, I remind you daily, diet, exercise. Start your day off with a fast, some exercise, you know what I mean? Minimal water, and then push it from there, you know what I mean? Get yourself going, you know what I mean? Bust your own bubble and shit. I'm saying. You bipolar? You bipolar? That's what they call it. Nah, listen, okay, so my studies right now, that's why I say, if you got a Facebook, go on my Facebook, because this is an interesting discussion. Vertigo. So right now I'm tracing correlations, I'm tracing similarities and differences between schizophrenia, vertigo. There's one more. I can't remember. But okay, so what's triggering from this discussion is like all of these fucking, what you just explained, like bipolar, all these other things that are actually similar. Like I said, they're traced. And I've always understood this, that like there's too many similarities and differences. Right? Like, so like, all of the similarities are all of the same. All of the differences are all of the same. Differences. You see what I'm saying? So it makes them actual fucking, they're replicates. It's like, okay, cloning. It's, the only way I could describe it is cloning, but like, okay, so cloning isn't the same. It's not. Genetically, nothing. It's not. You don't clone an identical anything. You can't. They got motherfuckers convinced that they done this shit. No, they've never done it. The trick of the devil is to convince the world that he doesn't exist. You believe the lie to believe that shit exists. Proof it. Let me see a mathematical fucking formula. I know there's not one. So, like I said, you got to go on my Facebook and read what's there. And like, I'm releasing on my studies because I put myself on the clock of the cusp of Aquarius, which is my birthday. So the end of January, when Aquarius begins, the cusp, I'm gonna go silent. You know what I mean? Cause this, like, I hate Christmas. I hate the holiday season. I hate it. I'm telling you. You can call me Scrooge, whatever. Like, no, I don't, listen, I don't piss or shit on nobody. Listen, let me stop. I lied. I was going to head off into a lie first. Let me stop that, because you know what? True story. In 1990, I believe it was 1990, Christmas in 1990, which I wouldn't be out for Christmas again for some years. And then like, and maybe one after that for years. I body slammed the Christmas tree, dude. I body slammed fucking Christmas. I crashed out, dog. I fucking just dumped the fucking Christmas tree. I fucking slung it across the room. I went to go do some more damage, dude. I wasn't done. I was just beginning. I just snapped when fucking everybody jumped in the living room and grabbed me. There's a bunch of the homies, you talking heavy hitters in the living room right there, snapped and grabbed me. My mom's command, you know what I mean? Because she about to whoop my ass, dude. That about to be a fight in that motherfucker. I'm about to get fucked up. And you know what I mean? Shit, everybody mad in the motherfucker, throwing presents and shit. I don't give a fuck. And then the next time I was out, same shit, dude. I did the same. Next time I was out, like I said, I went out for years. Next time I did the same shit. And like, I told my mom the other day, because I was just triggered, and like, I told her that I was just thinking out loud. I said, I hate Christmas. Because I walked by and the Christmas tree's right there, and she sent a text, and I'm like, I hate Christmas. And she's like, you know, kind of taken aback by it. And she's like, why? And I was like holding back. I was holding back, and I drink water and everything, and I was headed at the door. And I told her, because it's a painful reminder every year of what I don't have and I'll never get. You know what I mean? A Debbie Dash ain't gonna never show up. And it dawns on me in that moment that, yeah, that happened as a kid. I didn't know it. I gotta fight back tears right now on this shit. They always said I'm an ornery little motherfucker. They always call me ornery. They always said I was the devil. They tease me, say Rosemary's Baby, Damien, all this shit, dude. I don't know, dude. Listen, dude. I don't know the fire they seen in my eyes. I don't know. I don't know what it was. I don't know, dude. They fucking said, listen, you go ask OG Peanut and Gorda, OG Gorda, dog. You ask them, you go mention me to them. They forget me. They know all the Rosemary's Babies. But that damn fucking, the one the fucking stork dropped off on the porch. Listen, man, my mom teased me about this fucking shit as I was a little kid, dude. I was made to cry by my own motherfucking mother, all this shit. And nobody saw how hurtful this shit was. Okay, when I start whooping your motherfucking asses, you keep teasing me, motherfucker. You keep making a motherfucking cry, you're gonna get stabbed and you're gonna get shot. And I'm gonna fucking blow some shit, I'm gonna burn some shit down. You motherfuckers see how good I am throwing rocks. You see I'm good with slingshots, bow and arrows. You motherfuckers know I got hair, I can fight. I fucking drop my shoulders of playing football, running back at any motherfucking buddy, dog. Everybody knows that shit. It don't make me no different than a whole bunch of other motherfuckers in that motherfucker, but goddamn. Don't blame me, blame the rubber broke, motherfucker. blame the poke in the bubble road. Oh, fuck, man. Let me tap it. No llores, Daniel. No llores, güey. So if there's nobody in front of me, there's nobody here with me, and fucking doing, why am I doing all this talking? God damn. Jesus Christ. How do I know that? How do I know that everybody's appearing right here just really not fucking, you know what I'm saying? It's just not fucking YouTube, Google AI playing tricks on me. How do I know that you're real? Nah, I ain't even gonna do that to you right now. I ain't gonna play with your mental capacities like that because I know how delusional some people are. I don't know, they'll really start thinking about that shit seriously like, damn, that's deep. That's some real deep philosophy, homie. Pass that blunt. Half-baked ass motherfucker. We know, bro. We know. I've been there, done that. But now look at me. Celebrating 100,000 million years of sobriety. Fucking, you know what I'm saying? Appreciating God for blessing me here with beautiful Mother Earth. You know what I mean? Where I can cultivate seed and, you know what I'm saying? I can grow me a tree and bear me some fruit here. You know what I mean? Of the divine order. You know what I'm saying? Based on my faith in Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? Nothing major, player. Just some young Hispanic walking through a, you know, predominantly affluent neighborhood. That was just a little teaser. That's a little teaser. This little teaser, but I didn't give you the after effects. The after effects I always appreciate from myself, cause I always know I get that from all of them. As soon as it stops, satisfied. You know, catch up on my pimping, player. Have you caught up on my pimping yet, player? That's all I'm asking this morning, afternoon, wherever you are. Hi. Hello. You catch up with my Mackie yet? No, I'm just playing. Let me stop sounding all ghetto, dude. See, that's the thing. That's why people don't like me out here. Because I listen, I get to sounding really freaking ghetto out here. You know what I mean? I come out here and I sound like I have no class. I sound like I have no taste. You know what I mean? I sound like I'm uneducated. I'm illiterate. You know what I mean? When this is totally contrary. You know what I mean? Like, this is totally contrary to my own character. I am so not that person. Yet I come out here and I mock these people in these ghetto neighborhoods. They're so ghetto, these people. The way they live, it is just, ugh. So how's everybody doing here today? YouTube, live on location at Los Olivos Park. Sitting here under this tree, appreciating this God-given day, on this God-given green earth, with this God-given life, man. What more can I say but thank God for today, man, for the blessings of today, the life and the liberty that I have, and say hallelujah, amen. And pray that everybody finds the same peace and tranquility and comfort and safety and security and faith and hope and love in their hearts as I find in mine. What more can I say? How could you ever call me a hater when praying for the world? How could you ever do that? How can you confuse my own judgments of myself with well, I think I get it. I think I should stop pretending as if there's somebody right here now, like an audience I'm playing to, because it's already passed me by. It's just peaceful. Like, honestly, today may be one of those days where I cut myself short. I've been on there an hour. I may just cut and run right now. Like, time is at 1:39. I may just cut and run right now, go back into my studies. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't want to leave the audience hanging. You know what I mean? Like, I know that yesterday being what it was, I know that, you know, people that have been tapping in, you know what I mean? That, you know, there's going to be some confusion as to consistency, which is not. But like I said, you know, you got to keep in mind, like, there are changes in my life, just generally speaking. You know what I mean? Like there's loss of loved ones that's involved. Like they're seeing, listen, they're seeing death, and they're seeing dying all around me, and they're seeing dearly loved ones close going, and it's like, envying them myself, wishing I could go, wishing it was all over, we can all go, you know what I mean? And then like, well, in the same breath, hoping for, a future, a wife, a life, you know what I mean, a life for life, to give my life for another life, you know what I mean, for a daughter, mi Daniela. She won't be named that, but she'll be named Rose. If God were to bless me with a daughter, her name would be Rose Marie. Her first name would be Rose. Her middle name would be Marie. My mom's name is Rose Marie. One single name, Rose Marie. But everybody calls her Rosemary or Rose. When we get mad at her, me and my siblings get mad, she becomes Rose. There's two extremes to it, though, because like there's an endearing, really deep, endearing. We call her Rose because everybody does. But then there's also, when we do that, it's usually when we're speaking to each other about her in private, Rose. Otherwise, when we call her Rose, we're talking at her through her. Fucking Rose. She always want to be my motherfucking best friend. All right, you motherfucking best friend then. Don't call yourself no goddamn anything but a mom. Whatever you want to try to call yourself as a mom, I'm going to call you that. You know what I'm saying? You can't call yourself a mom, motherfucker. You call yourself a lady, a woman, a girl. You call yourself independent. You call yourself anything you want. You can't call yourself a fucking mom or mother. No woman can who's bear children. Motherfucker, your children call you mom or mother. Your daddy, your baby daddy is somebody call you mama or mother. No, you ain't mama, motherfucker. That's the misconception that women have, as I see it. That might be the delusion why there's so many filters, so many fucked up faces with all kind of fake shit flying off of it. You know what I'm saying? All kind of shit gets stuck to it. Dudes is tired of aiming for the eyelashes already. It's like, man, fools don't even want to play fools don't even want to play peekaboo. Fools don't even want to play peekaboo in online no more. You know what I mean? First, you couldn't approach a woman in public. You know what I mean? First, you couldn't just come up with, like, see a woman and you know what I mean? Like, damn, she is beautiful. She is, man, I call, man, wifey, that one. You can't just, hey, you know what I mean? Like, you can't do that shit in this day and age. You all of a sudden become a kidnapper, killer, and fucking drug dealer, and fucking, you can become some crazy shit in the eyes of a woman, man. Fucking. So, and I explained this shit. What happens then? It goes on. It goes online. The internet, World Wide Web takes off from AOL to www. Craigslist killer. Then some date rape, some online rape, dating, fucking killing other shit, and then people panic and there's fear and loathing. And then there's this social media boom, MySpace to fucking Facebook. This boom, and then all of a sudden everybody's back online and the dating and shit, and then now everybody's in their threads and trying to pulling on each other's threads and all this other shit, and how you want to call it, you know what I mean? That's how I look at it, you know what I mean? Fucking, it's like, and I go there, it's like, I'm this age, and you know what I mean? And it's like every class distinction of age. Seriously. Every walk of life right here in America. Well, it depends on how you localize it, but yeah. And it's like, I just get notifications, and I gotta go on there probably maybe today or something soon. Like, so I stopped getting notifications to it or delete the shit, you know what I mean? Probably because I don't use it. I just, when I set up my Instagram, like something popped up and I ended up doing it because I thought I needed to. And then when I did it, like, I just left it hanging, you know what I mean? And I get notifications and I go in there and it's like, stop it for real. Like, because I don't respond, you know what I mean? I don't respond at all. And you know what I mean? Like, because you can imagine the temptation. You could imagine, like I said, every walk of life, man, fucking age range from, as I'm seeing it, from mid-30s to 60. To 60. And when I say 60, that's a 40 figure all the way around. Like, and you're talking doctors, surgeons, like military, like it's crazy. And it's like so hypersexual, but everybody's putting this out there. I'm watching everybody like, well, I'm watching women still play the game. I'm watching women still play the game, like everything that they want and all this other shit. And you know what I mean? Like they're hoping for in a man. And it's true, that's what they want. But they're missing their fucking daddies and their uncles and their fucking everybody. You know what I mean? Like this just fucking saying, like, I'm done. And they're fucking sitting there not watching their brothers fucking doing the shit. Like, you're not understanding. You're the same motherfucker that he's playing in the same goddamn game. And we tired of the shit. We birthed this shit. It's girl, and it's girls, women, like they just the same shit. Like, when are you gonna stop faking in front of a fucking camera, man? When you gonna get out in front of that vanity fucking mirror, man? When you gonna stop believing that shit is true about you? You ain't, you know what I mean? Like, you ain't shit unless he says so. We get it. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be nothing without a woman. But okay, what are you without? The judgments of? What are you without the impressions of? What are you without the attractions of? The desires of, the lusts of, the flesh? What are you otherwise? And if you don't come naturally beautiful, real 100, what are you then? You that iron mask that you clothe yourself in daily, dude, faking in front, talking about, this what makes me feel good today to get through the day. So this what I'm going to do. Stun in front all along, faking until you're making it, like turning all these little boys out. Got all these motherfuckers songing and dancing, same shit, playing same lame games. And then what ends up happening on social media? Motherfucker can't even go hit a girl up in her DM. It becomes the same effect. It becomes the same tragic effect. And this is why these girls, women, do not understand why men back away. Like, nah, we're here. We ain't going there for you. You're stupid. I don't give a fuck what you have and I don't have. Because you can go suck on that shit over there with them. You ain't going to get nothing worth producing again, dude. You ain't going to get that value and quality. You ain't going to get this cut from this clock no more. You crazy than a motherfucker if while your biological clocks are ticking like you motherfuckers are expressing once again and fucking duck and cover because you bitches think your pussy's more important than my dick, miss. Well, guess what? I don't bust a nut up in them guts. You ain't worth a fuck because you ain't carrying on no more than I am. But guess what? I still got reign and rule supreme in this bitch because this is a man's world. River the Ant, sit down now. Retire some shit. I'll build me a motherfucking ranch, wash my motherfucking feet. I wanted long enough. I'm here. What the fuck you waiting for? Ain't no motherfucking good man going to find your dumb asses. You ain't gonna find a good man in them fucking places. Ain't no good man seeing them faces. Delusional. But what does the apostle say in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2? God shall send a strong delusion that they shall believe a lie. When you tell a lie, who's the first person you lied to? You lied to yourself. You must first convince yourself that the lie you are going to spread to that person is going to be convincing enough that they're going to believe it. So you first convince yourself that they're going to be convinced by that lie. They're set the precedent. They're planted the seed, and then you watch it. And you get wound up in your web of deceit. You become cocooned in it. You become a genre. An independent genre. hanging on a cliff, yourself, you know what I mean? Solo. I'm good with God no matter what. At the end of the day, I pray no matter what. He'll send them my way. If not, oh well. Oh well. Then I don't, you know what I mean? Like, because I want a daughter. Like I said, I want to bear fruit. I want to be able to, what I like these conversations with my child, raising my child, watching my child grow, studying, learning my child, growing with my child. All this, all right, like, yeah, man. You know what I mean? I want, that's a heavenly reward. I want to reap for the transformation in my life. I don't know. I don't know about the rest, dog. They're on here for the bag, right? They're trying to get the bag. They're trying to get all this and that. Nah. Listen, go read what chapter 31 of Proverbs says about a virtuous woman. Go read what it says about a virtuous woman. Now she's gonna lay it all out for him, not the other way around. She ain't expecting him to bring none to the table, not like that. Except integrity, honor, dignity, safety, security, protection. Someone willing to lay down his life. Is gonna adore her. She's adorned herself. She's her own pedestal. She don't need no one to place her there. There's a class distinction in characters. It's not cultural. It's not ethnical or ethical or even racial. The spirit doth always wander alone, even when in the presence of another. It is only when it is entwined with the other in word and deed, then is it relevant and relative. Otherwise, I'm gonna end this one. I've been on here well over an hour. I need some water. And like I said, I'm gonna push on to something. I'm gonna go get into my studies, some water, and I brought me a Lunchable, so I'm gonna chill, fucking have my Lunchable real quick, because I gotta get some gas, some other shit before I get going, before the traffic gets thick. So that's why I'm trying to get in the lanes right now. Once it gets thick, you know what it is when it gets thick. But you guys have a blessed one. I appreciate everybody tapping in today. Much love. Out.